warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Anggie Risma Dwiyanto. I'm from 2D Teaching Primary Mathematics Education, Muhammadiyah Professor Dr. Uhamka University Mathematics Education. In this video, I want to tell you about cylinder, and I hope you enjoy this video. Happy watching!
First, I want to tell you about cylinder. What is the cylinder? Cylinder is a three-dimensional solid that holds two parallel bases joined by a curved surface. At a fixed distance, these bases are normally circular in shape, and the center of the two bases are joined by a line segment, which is called as the axis.
This is what a cylinder looks like. It has two circular ends, this one and this one. It also has one curved surface. Let's look at an animation using Elika software. This is a central axis, and let's see how a cylinder is formed. The rectangle goes around the central axis to form the cylinder. This is the circular end on the top. The axis passes through the center of the circle. And this entire thing you see is a curved surface. As we had seen, a cylinder has just one curved surface. And this is the circular end at the bottom. If you look closely, you will see that the axis is perpendicular to both the circular ends. Let's get back to our figure. This was the axis we were talking about. It is perpendicular to both the circular ends. This is called a right circular cylinder as its central axis is perpendicular to the ground. We should also know that these two circles have the same radius, which means they are equal or congruent circles. And all the circles in between these two circles are also equal to the ones at the ends. We say that it has the same cross section from one end to the other. It cannot be like this or like this. This one does not have equal circles at the ends, and this one does not have the same cross section throughout, which is why both are not right circular cylinders. Coming back to the concept of the axis, isn't it always perpendicular to the ground? Look at this figure. Where do you think its axis lies? It will be placed like this. Its axis is not perpendicular to the ground, which is why this is not a right circular cylinder. Henceforth, whenever we mention cylinder, we are referring to a right circular cylinder.
Two, I want to tell you about cylinder formula. The cylinder has two major quantities based on which have their formula. 1. Volume. 2. Surface area. 1. Cylinder volume. The volume of the cylinder is the space occupied by it in any three-dimensional plane. The amount of water that could be immersed in a cylinder is described by its volume. The formula for the volume is given by P times radius square times height. 2. Cylinder surface area. The area of the curved surface of the cylinder, which is contained between the two parallel circular bases, is also stated as a lateral surface area. The formula for it is given by 2 times P times radius open bracket radius plus height close bracket square unit.
A circle, a curved surface, and another circle. This is a cylinder, a right circular cylinder to be precise. Every cylinder has a central axis which passes through the centers of the two circles. The areas of the two circles are equal. That's because the cylinder we consider has a uniform cross-section. This tells us that the radii of the two circles will be equal. In a right circular cylinder, the distance between the two centers of the circles is its height. Let's call it h. So how do we find the total surface area of the cylinder? It will be the sum of areas of the two circles and the area of the curved surface. As the radius is r, the area of each circle will be pi r squared. So the sum of the areas of both the circles will be pi r squared plus pi r squared. But what is the area of the curved surface? This is interesting. The curved surface when opened up will look like a rectangle. And what will be the length and the breadth of this rectangle? The breadth is easy. It will be the height of the cylinder. But what about the length? Yes, the length of the rectangle will be the circumference of the circle. It will be 2 pi r. It was easy. All we did was open this curved surface up. Anyway, these two together add up to 2 pi r squared, and the area of this rectangle will be 2 pi r h. That's it. This is the total surface area of the cylinder with radius of the base r and height h. As 2 pi r is common to both the terms, we can write it as 2 pi r times r plus h. That's the total surface area. What is this blue part then? It's called the surface area of the cylinder, 2 pi r h. And finally, we come to the volume of a cylinder. It equals the area of its base times its height. As the base is circular, its area will be pi r squared and its height is h. That's the volume of a cylinder, pi r squared h. You don't have to memorize any of this. You can easily derive the total surface area, and for the volume, you just need to know that it is the area of its base or its cross section times its height.
Three about properties of cylinder. A. The bases are always congruent and parallel. B. If axes form a right angle with the base, which are exactly over each other, then it's called a straight cylinder. C. It's similar to the prime since it has the same cross-section everywhere. I hope this video can be useful for you. By the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.